Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, also known as ETCG1, and yep, you know it, here in ETCG1 I start things off with, hey, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Please enjoy this digital confection that I found for you. This one's neat. Today's topic of discussion, hey, hang on, I got a prop. As is vehicles. So as is, you purchase a vehicle in as is condition. And for those of you not familiar with what that means, an as is no dealer warranty is the dealer does not provide a warranty for any repairs after the sale. As opposed to what you might see here, which is the dealer warranty, where they'll check off either that it has a full warranty or some type of limited warranty. But the thing of it is there is no warranty. So if there's any issues with that vehicle, even from the moment you start it up to drive it off the lot, once the cash has changed hands and paperwork is signed, that's your vehicle with all of its accompanying problems. And this is for that 2000 Honda Civic that I got a while back to harvest the engine and transmission out of to put in my oldest son's 1999 Honda Civic. Well, those of you that know the story, I'll post links in the description to videos for those of you that don't. I went to pick it up and found out, well, the engine wasn't running very well at all. In fact, it turns out it had a dead cylinder. So I wasn't able to use the engine out of that car. I was able to use the transmission, but that was that. Point is, that car, sight unseen, everything, whatever it was is what it was. So Pull Apart was not responsible for any issues with it or anything like that because of this as is thing here. Now, my friends I've got lots of friends at Pull Apart, and they were able to help me out and find an engine that did work in the end. So that had a happy ending, and now the Civic sits out front minus an engine and transmission. And I'm thinking about possibly K-swap. We'll talk about that some other time. But the point is, that car being what it was, the fact that it had issues doesn't matter. Like I said, once the paperwork changed hands, that's it. That car and all its problems were mine. Additionally, I purchased the Acura Integra that I got recently. That was also as is, no warranty, but that one worked out a lot better. It's a mixed bag of things you can get with an as is vehicle, and you really have to know what you're buying before you buy it. Even if the engine and transmission was bad in the Integra, I didn't care because I wanted it for body parts and such. But I knew that going in, and that's my point. The point is if you're going to buy a vehicle and it is in as-is condition, you buy it with everything that it comes with, including all the issues. So there's no recourse that you have after the fact. And this kind of comes up, and I have the Odyssey, the Fixing It Forward Odyssey parked behind me. And that story will get expanded upon here in the very near future. But someone purchased an as-is vehicle and, well, the transmission went out of it, and now they're kind of stuck. And this is why this all comes up for me. I just want to put it out there that if you're purchasing a vehicle as is, it's just that. Once you sign the paperwork and hand over money, it's yours, you know, with all of its problems. And if it does have a problem, well, the dealership that sold it to you is not obligated to do anything for you. Now, on the flip side of that, if the car is sold not as is, well, then, you know, it depends on where you are as far as what the lemon laws state as far as what the person that sold you the vehicle is liable for. So look up your local laws. But, you know, for the most part, it's like a within 30 days kind of thing. If there's an issue, you bring it back and they are allowed an attempt to fix it. And there's so many attempts that they can make, dependent upon the laws, once again, that they can perform to get it to a point where it's to your satisfaction. And if it's not, well, then you work it out from there. The main thing I want to talk about in this video is as-is vehicles, and the fact that when you purchase them, you know, as is, with all problems, everything that's going on with them. So if you are doing that, be sure that you look it over very carefully, or even better, have someone else look it over, a professional mechanic preferably, and a professional mechanic that knows that vehicle brand would also be super helpful. And they should help steer you to a point where, you know, you can avoid any issues or pitfalls you might run into. But as I said, this is a topic that came up recently, and, well, somebody found themselves in a bad situation, and I thought, well, why don't I make a video about this just to put it out there of what it is you're getting into if you buy something as is. How about you? Have you ever purchased a vehicle as is and had an issue, or not had an issue and it was the best thing you ever got? Love to hear more about that down in the comments. I'll post links in the description to additional video stuff that I've mentioned throughout this video if you want to check that stuff out. Also a link to ericthecarguy.com if you have automotive questions. I've got a whole little place there just for you. Thank you so much for watching today. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.